I'm accompanied by a good man, Carlos Hidalgo, right?
Hidalgo, yeah.
Hidalgo. Yeah, so we are going to get started here. And for those of you who are tuning in, if you're getting in late, make sure you go to 3dmotionshow.com, sign up, register. We're giving away a Dell laptop and a SenseLab tablet. And I'll tell you more about that. But we got ZBrush Summit coming up. We got Z Summit coming up. That's so many other events. We got Ask the Trainer every week. We got VFX and Chill on the weekends. So there's so many amazing events. You'll go to maxon.net/events and check out everything that we have. So without further ado, Carlos.
All right, everybody. Thank you for everything. Thank you for that. All right. All right, so I just want to talk really quick about myself. I'm not really well known around here, but I'm Carlos Hidalgo. I'm a Venezuelan creative director, art director, 3D artist. I work at Accenture, and I have my own little studio that I just launched, but I want to talk about that later. Just want to show you more about me. I'm going to talk to you more about me, where I'm from, how it's a little bit more about my background, so you get to know who you are seeing and what's up. All right, I was born in Maracaibo, Venezuela. Actually, first, let me just show you what we're doing so you all know what's happening. We're going to make this little guy just going up on this ladder from scratch. Right now, we have a few problems, as you can see, because I just make this project for this event. And I feel like the grass is going a little bit too crazy. That's a problem on the Matrix. And sadly for us, for me actually, it's not looping really well because at the end I have a little mistake, and we're gonna fix that. It's not a big deal. We're just gonna fix it and send it back to render and see what's up. All right, about myself. Let me just show you my website over here. You can see my. So I'm Carlos Hidalgo. I'm from Venezuela, Maracaibo. I grew up in Venezuela. And you can see a little bit here about all I do on my work. You can visit anytime and just check out what's up around here. Let me share my reel really quick. All right, so that's it. Yeah, after 8 years of working, I've been able to play a lot with different things, different programs, and getting a bit more natural and feel more organic with C4D and other programs, as you can see here. And a little thing about me last year, I was working on this NFTs project that you also can see over here. And check out, all this is done C4D. And really interesting about this is that at this time, I was just learning Redshift. I did all these to learn Redshift, to push Redshift to another limit, to start to understand Redshift, and give myself opportunity to learn Redshift in another level with different things, clouds, BDBs, things, layers. Start to working with with cloth, and even with a few of what we're gonna been seeing today, some scatter of plants. This project gave me the opportunity to start working with other artists, and I managed to work on the art industry, fine art industry this year, and collaborate with other artists who doesn't have been working on this medium before. They are more like a conventional sort of artists, and here you can see what we were able to bring from a more traditional abstract set of art. And we are currently collaborating with other artists, which is always excited because artists also always have a different perspective from things, and because they don't completely understand 3D, you have to bring all these to their brain and try to push that to a new dimension, to new levels. That's really interesting. We have been working even with graffiti artists and street artists that have been bringing that up to another level. We'd love to show you something of that on here, but sadly, I don't have it. But well, stuff about myself. Let's just go into the project. We're gonna just go into Mixamo and gonna try to find a character around here. Great tool, Mixamo. Easy to work, easy to pick. While Mixamo is sharding, I'm just gonna go ahead and start opening bridge. All right. Ooh, I gotta log in. All right, that's done really quickly. Meanwhile, let me set up my plan. All right. In here particularly, I use this one. Particularly use this animation, and you pretty much could use any other animation. You can find other animations that work for you, but right now we're just gonna stick with this one as it's is what we use on the render that I showed earlier. All right, we have our animation. We like it. And again, there are a lot of other options in Mixamo. You can just go through them. You can pick the character and just find another character that you like the best. You can even upload your character. Pretty amazing tool. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and trim the frames and use as much frames as I can from these. I did slow it down a little bit because at the beginning it's a little too fast for me. So I'm just slowing it down right away. At the beginning I did not do that, and the render didn't look really well, to be honest with you all. So you might want to do that, but it's not a big deal. You could just download if you need it. It's all good. Right, while that's downloading, and we have it over here, let's just go into Bridge and start defining what are the plans that we want to use. And again, Bridge is a great tool to use, guys. A lot of assets, a lot of really great elements, a lot of plans. If you just go here in 3D plans, you have all this variety of things that you can just bring to your C4D file, and a little thing that you might could run into a problem is bringing them to C4D. We're not gonna jump into that in here because we already fixed it. But if that's happening to you and you're having problems with just transferring things straight from Bridge by exporting them and it's not working, let me see. All right. We just have to go here into presets. Wait, let me just load my. All right, whatever. File. Fuck, where is? All right. Well, we have all our tools right here. Let me. I don't know where not find the. Oh, here it is. Actually. Load really quickly. All right, this is gonna help me a lot. Boom. Preference. All right, in preference, we just go to a preference folder and in the Macs that we are using, the C4D that we are using at the moment, are using 2023. So I go there into plugins, and this is the guy that is gonna be giving you some problems. You wanna change that one. If you just Google really quickly the problem that Rich is giving you and just change that, it's gonna be all solved. So little quick tick. All right. So I already have all my. Let's say that these are all my plants. I'm gonna just sort them out really quickly over here into their own little null. And I call them plant. And I'm just gonna try to organize them a little bit because right now all of them are huge and I don't know which one each wing is which. So really quick. Alright, this is big. Alright, all these guys over here are really kind of a nice size, smaller size sort of. And we have a few that are just alone. We want to just like being able to separate the ones that are less of a cluster of plants like this one where we have all these together. And bring them to and separate them. All right, these are huge guys. So we're just gonna put this. All right, those are all great together. All right, nice. All right. So let's say I like these ones over here. Let's just give them a new layer, so we can just know what we're using. This one is, let's just label all this one as a different one. Add a new layer. But all right. Now we can just rearrange all of them at the same point. And let's just bring it here, right here. All right, our Mixamo frame is downloaded already, so let's just bring it here to C4D. We hit OK. And then we have our guy here. Actually, I have a little problem over here. I did not set it on place. Boop, boop, boop. All right. All right, meanwhile, just let's work on the matrix. Just make a bring a matrix, and we add a little. Do we have a redshift? No. All right. So here we're gonna add a redshift tag really quickly, and that's gonna help us just bring all the. Just gonna bring all the big ones actually first, and then we'll bring the small ones to the table. Just gonna drag all these ones this way. All right, custom object. Right, we drag all the plans of the matrix, and then we define the matrix as a connect to the object. Object mode. And we drop the plane on the matrix. All right. Here we're gonna see that the matrix is gonna start to populate with all these little elements, and we're not gonna be able to see our planes at all. And the reason is because the matrix is gonna give you some points around the plane. I like to use matrix instead of cloner with a object mode, mostly because I feel it's faster and it's gonna help you to just go faster with your project. It's not gonna stop your project. Your viewport is gonna work just as fine. And what you're gonna do is just be sure that your plans are out of the view. You don't need the plans to be anywhere around you. They're just gonna copy on your viewport on whenever you have your matrix defined, and it's gonna be all right for you. All right. Let's say we like this matrix as we have it. Let's put it 90 degrees. Start dynamics. And let's see how they look right now on Redshift. Let's just bring it light. Again, everybody's saying it, Nick said it, but just to remind you guys, because I already had Redshift set up on my render settings. When I hit light, it already goes to a Redshift light. I'm gonna just create a down light so I can start easily, and then I'm gonna work the lights a bit more into them, a bit more deeply, let's say. Just direct a little more of the light. It's gonna drop this HDRI link really quickly and connect that to the DOM. Let's just use some. Let's this one actually. All right. I don't want to be the back. I don't want to see the background. We're gonna change that. I don't think we're gonna even use a downline, but well, just for the moment, to the time sake being, so we're able to see our materials. All right, and right now we are having this problem because the material that we're using is not on Redshift, it's on standard. We need to change that material to Redshift. All right, wait. You know what? You know what it's gonna do. Actually, Bridge help you really quickly. If you just hit export and you have your render setting on render and Redshift, it should do the magic, but it did not do it. All right, let's see. There we are. All right, changing this. This. How we working this? Still not gonna be totally working. All right, now we're starting to see something. Right now, the big problem that we have with Matrix, well, not big problem, nothing too big, that is that the plants are going to start to spawn out in this weird direction. What we're going to do is just bring a little plane to the matrix and just define our plane, use our plane to just change not the position but the rotation on them. And we're going to just hit under 90 degrees, and then we have our matrix that right as we want it to be. All right. Our frame should be downloaded now, and it should be static, which is what we want for the purpose of our video. All right, it's right there, static. You can see it's looping. We just throw this guy in this null. Chill. And we just do the same. And it's gonna change our material immediately to Redshift. And we're gonna work with the materials later when we have a better light defined. Right now, I'm just gonna work them out say pretty easy, straightforward way. I'm just gonna put the AOR to 1.35, but you can change it. You can go in more deeply into it. Right now, these materials at least taking care of different elements in here, as it's a clothing, this plastic, all at the same moment. So defining a unified IOR for all these, it's not practical, not the best way to move. But it's the easier and faster way right now. We just want to go faster and all right. I'm able to see this working. All right, let's just put the guy right now. It's all moved to the left. Just center him on the composition. Put him here. We're seeing that he is a little way too high. Let's leave it over here, and we're gonna start making a little ladder for him by just using simpler primitives. Right, let's say here we're seeing how it's Just put it around this area, and we can see how it's just fixed on this little hand of him. All right. Then we're gonna drop this primitive inside of a cloner. Sorry, let's find. All right, now we're inside of the cloner, and we're gonna set our cloner mode into linear. And of course, the cloners move everything, so we gotta put it back where it was. And let's just start the first clone right here on his feet. Can move it a little higher, but not big deal. All right. And let's say we have 9 clones. And actually, you know what is going to be really helpful for us right now? The fact that I download the run guy is going to help us just to calculate the ladder even better. Boop. Okay, oops. All right, here we are. Let's just bring our cloner really quickly to here so we can work in here. Set it up again, really fast. And because this one is actually moving, we don't have to work that hard. First, I was trying to just setting up the ladder by just trying to eyeball the ladder while he was static, and it's not as easy as I found. It's easier if you just wait for him, and you know, all right, it's actually going up, and here's where it's gonna put his other feet right here. We're just gonna move the. Oh, it's not letting me. But all right, let me just do this. Does it let me over here? It let me over here. Right. Let me just bring this here. Two. No. All right. And now we can. Whatever. All right. So starting over here, we have the first point, and we want to make the other one land right there, I think. So we're gonna get closer over here. We're gonna define how much space we're gonna have between each one of the spot of the ladder. I think that's about right. And just to be sure that we are doing it the right way, we have to fix our guy. He's sort of in a unconventional position, so just fix its rotation a little. All right, now we have it. Let's add more cloners to it. We're missing some cloners. And our last all right, there we are, just a little bit there, and we have it. I think this is gonna be fine. Just all right. So now we have our ladder defined, because we can see over here that it's actually working fine. All right, and the guy is actually going up to the ladder. We should just be able to bring it here back to our main file and just reposition our ladder. Right, so our ladder is 23 centimeters. Let's try to make the same with our plane. Well, it's actually it's not. It's 23 by 11. All right. 23 by 11. There you are. Pop, pop, pop. All right, let's just create a couple. Sizes for our ladder, because right now it's just like floating. We don't want that. Let's just make this guy here, boop, boop, boom, and we know that we want it to be 233. Don't we? All right, there we are. Let's just make it a slightly. This just make some changes over here. Let's define how we want the ladder to be, and let's just create copy this guy. Just bring it over here. All right. Right, we put it on this unified guy. Let's just make a defined space for each of my elements. I'm gonna start to feel like my files already start to feel a bit disorganized, so we just make 2 main nulls. Sim M stage, and we just start dropping things. So everything is a bit more organized. This is my stage. Everything else so far now is my scene. Here is my character. Here are my plants. Just bring these up. All right, let's start to just set up that feeling. I feel like we might want to make it a bit bigger, as our space is gonna be a bit weird on camera. If we bring a camera and we set it up to, let's say, 125 millimeters, we're gonna have an interesting shot over here. But we're just missing space. We're having a bit too much space around, so let's make it a bit bigger. There we are. So, and up there and underneath it, we're just gonna clone everything up and repeat up and down. So we're gonna do that with our plants and our ladder. All right, this our guy. Bum, bum, bum. I'm gonna drop our guys here inside of the cloner section. I gotta set up to lineal. There we are. Shall I just spray this apart? All right. And let's use this. This is our wall. And let's use it on the matrix now. Strap up. Let's get out of our camera for a moment. Boop, boop, boop. There we are. All right. Let me just go really quick to my project setup. It's 24. Render settings is 24 as well. Back to my viewer. All right. Now we have these over here, and we're just gonna drop really quickly a couple materials for the rest of our things on our sim. Let's just look a concrete material for the wall. These ones. Why not? And just a black material for our ladder. Could be whatever, it's gonna look nice either way. All right, there we are, here we are. Now let's see how everything is starting to look. Just get out of this camera over here, the default camera. And let's just keep the full camera over here. Let's start working on here. All right, pop, pop, pop. Oof. Insane. A lot of flowers, a lot of plants. All right, let's bring them down a little. We have a lot of them. Let's define where we want them to be and how we want it to be. And we do that by using planes and just, again, let's just keep breaking apart our seam. I'm gonna just bring one null for that and just gonna call it matrix. I'm gonna drop everything related to the matrix in that null. I'm gonna drop, right, nice. I'm just gonna create new planes to define the matrix, where we want the plants to be, how we want them to behave. We're gonna start just calling them and naming them. And I call this scale. This is gonna control my scale and my definition on the on the wall. And we do that just by hitting minus plus on -1 and just adding fields. Use a field, cone field over here. And right now you can see that I'm doing the opposite, but we will change that. If you want to do the opposite, that this is the way. But we are not doing that. We are just bringing this over here. Let's make it smaller. Show it just for views, so I could position it in place. All right. And now what we're going to do is just go to remap and just hit invert. I'm just gonna go and just go to curve, and want to make sure that I'm able to have a better curve into my file. I want it to be a bit more smooth as they grow up. But still, we're gonna see that the one in the middle, they grow a lot and they're huge. So a good way to control that is just adding a shader graph, and to that shader graph we're gonna add a noise that control or scale. We do that by adding a film. Actually, no. We do that by. Let me just scale. We just scale it down. All right. Let's do it. We do that by going to shader actually, and just define a multi-shader, so we can just drop different noises if we want into them. Boop, boop, bop, bop. Perfect. Nice, right here. Aha. We jump to noise, and we make our noise around 650% high scale. We just bring this up, and we're gonna see how it changes on the other side of the screen. If you see it here, we control the noise, and we are gonna start controlling the scale of the matrix element. Still a bit too big. Let's just scale it down over here to 0.5. So we start 0.5. That's a bit better. We can start just actually pull out the camera a little. And let's create another plane that helps us with the let's create a linear film. Parameters, changing that to scale. We do the same. All right, here we're gonna have the field set up to Y positive. Up, and let's just bring the rest of our elements down even a bit farther. Just select this. We have a little problem with this. Just gonna pick this guy here. Okay. Let's see how it's looking now. All right, this is looking way closer to what we anticipated and what we have on our view, but we're still not there. We're missing some lights, we're missing some assets, and we need it to start going up. But we are on our way there. All right, let's start bringing some lights into here, and a way that I created the light that we are seeing on here on the wall that's moving. It's really simple, really simple. I just drop a area light at the top. I make it really big and prominent. Area light. Let's create a little plane that stops the light from going all the way. Here, we're here, see over here. All right. We start to bring down the spread here, right here. Boom, 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 boom. Just duplicate this guy here. And we're gonna just make it way smaller and get it inside of another cloner. And that cloner we're just gonna, again, set it up to lineal. Bring it up here. And we don't want it to move on the y-axis. We're gonna move it on the x-axis. Just gonna do it like this. Make it a little smaller still. I think that's fine. Let's just move it back to where it's supposed to be. Let's bring it down here. All right, and now we're just gonna start to see those light beams that we have on our final render. Let's just create a bit of this sort of. Boop. All right. Rotation. Still the light's a bit strong. That's better. Let's just bring our ratchet to somewhere around that. Oh, I know. Actually, let's not use the linear. That's the problem I'm having here. Let's use a simple spline here at the top. All right, now we can accept it. Let's fix it again. All right. And we just want to be able to just make it a really simple animation. In here. All right. We're going to animate the offset over here. Go all the way over here, and let's just span our timeline a little to, I don't know, by 4. All right. So we have this going along really well. let's just change our cloner free. This is mad fast, but the way we're gonna solve that is just to hit here. And now we are going a bit slower. Let's just make our light bigger. Move over here. And there we are. That light is moving. All right. Another thing that we want to do is just being able to just bring it back to 72. This is our loop. And let's just go here. Let's count really quickly from the beginning how many. Oh, I'm missing that little thing. Okay, I'm just looking at the hour, guys. I just don't want to run with the time too long. All right, we're gonna just find our character really quickly here. It's gonna organizing her again because we did that in the other file, but we did not do that over here. All right, that should work fine. All right, if we go at the beginning of the project, the timeline, we see. Let's bring this down a bit more. Right there. And we're gonna just take this null. And just make the whole main movement of the whole wall all together. I'm gonna start from here and let's just count really quickly how many points that he goes up by just looking at him. You might have another way, but this is the easier. It's the way I'm gonna do it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is about to hit the fifth point on the ladder. So we're gonna go down 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're gonna fix this little thing on the ladder quickly. Don't worry too much about it. Let's make this linear, and let's see how it looks. All right, it's pretty much aligned. What I'm gonna do with this guy is just set after to continue, and then after that, it's gonna just keep moving, and we're just gonna have to loop our guy. Just gonna go ahead and pick up the keyframes. Just gonna copy. Paste. We'll do the same again around here. Ooh, why it's not moving? All right. And there we are. So now we should have the guy just going up all the way. And we're just missing a couple walls. Just make sure that the wall is looking good. I feel like it's very flat. That's better. All right. All right, and now we have this guy that's already going up, and we have the matrix that is Alliance animated as he goes up. We can start adding some light to it. Oop, we have a weird jump in the... All right, we have a jump, and a good way to solve that is just by going here. We're gonna take a screen of this guy here. You know how can I take a screenshot of the screen? Yeah. Just gonna take a screenshot really quick.
You can do Control Shift S. Nope, that'll save it. Control Windows S. Nope.
All right. If you know, I could just no, I could do something. I could do something else. Don't worry. I could just set up a camera right here. So just go from here to back. All right, so we have this that is jumping back over here. See what happens if you... Okay. Well, we are missing some files. All right, let's make it. Okay, here should be. All right, let's just fix this guy. Just really gentle. We're gonna move it because this is gonna move a lot. Actually, just that. All right. Nice. All right. That should work great. Boop, boop. Another camera here. Find a good spot. I feel like we could use some more elements in our matrix. There we are. And let's create a couple lights that are gonna make the whole thing a bit more enjoyable. Not using this. Wait. I was using it. All right. Let's make it smaller so I could just check out what's going on. And let's make a spotlight. Spotlight. I'm gonna just drop the HDR. Align the texture, and just gonna kill this one. I'm not gonna use it anymore. So let me just see. Let me just bring it down really. Coño. Not that one. This one. All right. Just a little bit of light, not too much. If you can see it there. Right now, let's add a bit more of love to this. In this light, you're gonna just detail ball into 0 here. volume to 0 over here too. Just create a little environment. Just bring down the scatter. All right. Just a bit more. That's gonna create a little nice spotlight shot that is just showing, just going on over all our character is gonna make it nice to see, and you're on the video. Make a little log. All right. 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. Let's add a couple more lights. So stop my viewport. Area light over here. I just want a little light that's shining from underneath him. Of course, it's destroying our sim. It's just hold on. Wait. All right, sadly, C4D just closed on me, but not biggie. Let's just open the main file. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to show on the way out?
The drawing's like it closed and I didn't say.
Okay, that's no problem. Why don't we just let them know that you closed it out, and you can find it. You know, put something else up.
All right, all right. Sadly, a little lesson that I keep learning. Save your files guide. I went too wild with the scatter, and the scatter was too on all the way. Just we can wrap it up with this. I feel like you have a really good picture of how to just scatter things on your way on. I was pretty close to just finish the project and have it already, just adding some more lights here and there to just emphasize some elements where you want to put it underneath, as I was doing, and around, so you can just highlight elements on the frame that is gonna make things pop.
Great job. All right, thank you so much, Carlos. So let's hear for Carlos. Round of applause. Thank you so much. So that's I mean, you got a lot done within an hour. Just you know, working from scratch. That was pretty awesome. So the internet has been pretty quiet. They did like the scene though. I saw some good feedback on the scene. So, oh yeah, here we go. This is the one that you were working out that we had rendered out before.
Right,
so
right.
you can go back and go through that, and you can watch through Carlos and how he worked in building that out with the matrix object, cloning out the ladder, bringing in Mixamo animation.
And you could always add some little elements like this one that I add from Bridge. Even this little pipe that I just created on C4D, it's straight there, really easy to do. So feel free to do all this stuff. Feel inspired. It's really easy to do all these things. And a beautiful thing about Maxon is that we have a beautiful community full of people that is always willing to help, always willing to just push that render out if at any time. I've been in moments where at 2 a.m. in the morning, been asking some friends, and they help me to just be sure that that render goes out and it's there to for the client to enjoy and not for my head to roll.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, everyone, join us tomorrow. We'll be getting started at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with Joe Herman. So check us out tomorrow morning. Thanks again.